that's driving you crazy because you all suck. You're all disgusting. You all have no morals.
So you can expect to see this meltdown take place with these Jew haters more and more, because this is really their last, Jew hating ruha, so to speak. It really is. So they're becoming unraveled. And so there's a network of them. This by far is not, it's bigger than this, but this is the main people, and they're all coming out because Ian Carroll, being the newest one, was on Joe Rogan, citing, of course, down here, this one, Whitney Webb, okay? And what all these people do is everything is Israel's fault. Everything is the Jews' fault. Everything is AIPAC. It shows how God blinds these people and hardens their heart. Exactly what he did to Pharaoh. And then what happens is these people, their soul becomes ugly. I said this recently. Her soul is ugly. It's just a big old ugliness, and you're going to see it unravel more while she acts like that she's standing on some high ground in morals. Look, I'd wipe the floor with this woman, okay? I would. It's just nobody ever stands up to her. So these people now, all of them are all coming out because people have said stuff about, him being on Rogan. So that's what they're all going to do. This one down here, she's just a useful idiot. I don't know who she is. There's tons of the useful idiots all over YouTube and Rumble. You can always tell who they are. They have hundreds and thousands of followers. And I mean, if they talk politics. And they'll definitely have hundreds and thousands, probably millions of followers if they're Jew haters. These are people that will all blame the Jews, while they say, no, they're not trying to blame the Jews. No, you are blaming an entire country for everything that's gone wrong in the world, and you can't see how you're the problem. The other meltdown that Candace Owens has here, okay? Because what this is really about is so now they're starting to attack RFK Jr. So look, I've said I have issues with RFK Jr., but for totally different reasons. I mean, my reasons are legit, but their reasons, and they're all doing it. That's how you know it's a network, because they're all doing it. You just pay attention to their channels. It's the same thing the mainstream media did with parroting. So, but they're all upset and now going after RFK Jr. because he supports Israel. That's the reason. That's the reason. Because the Kennedys aren't known for really supporting Israel, really. I mean, they do try to, but they tend to, all of the Kennedys at some point, most of them anyway, the Kennedy men, have usually stepped in it when it comes to Israel, because they make anti-Semitic statements. I love how Candace Owens carries on about how, I can't say that. Somebody will say it's anti-Semitic. Well, most of the stuff you say about Israel is anti-Semitic, Candace. It just is. You blame an entire group of people that are Jewish. So if you don't see how that's anti-Semitic, then you're an idiot. But I think she's just a paid tool. So she carries on too about how you people are disgusting. You worship the red carpet. She must have forgotten about her time on the red carpet. Yeah. So, Tennessee actually did some resolution when she moved to Tennessee from New York, highlighting her or memorializing her as some champion of conservative views. No, she's not a conservative. She's not. She's just a total shill. Now you will watch everybody. This is why the biblical God says, more going on that road. More people going to follow her. They will. They're going to follow her and follow her right off the cliff, because they won't want to listen to reason. They'll want to believe whatever she says. Okay? While she calls out everybody in the world, but never once calls out her own damn religion, the Catholic Church, for the abuse they've done to children, I mean, talk about a total fucking hypocrite. I mean, why do you think Candace Owens got big? She got big because she was willing to do the same thing Hollywood does. While she lives in some $7 million mansion in Tennessee. I would imagine, because it's funny, these Jew haters, a lot of them don't even live in America. So like Whitney Webb lives in Chile. the Redacted channel, that's Clayton Morris and his wife. They live in Portuguese. Well, Ian Carroll, I believe he's in America. He's just the newest one. I hate to target him because he's just, I don't know, maybe he's just believing that. But you know what? If they get on Rogan, you can pretty much write them off too, that it's all being controlled by the same big money, okay? So, and then what you'll see is everybody that's been on Rogan will push the same talking points. Like, they'll be like, yeah, I have an issue with Trump supporting Israel. It's like, well, you know what? Then just come out and say you're a Jew hater, because you really are. You know, you can run around it all you want. But that's really what, at the heart of it, what it is. And she makes it very apparent. So, and this is their poster child. This is the poster child of Jewish hatred, modern-day Jewish hatred. Absolutely. But she's married to George Farmer. And George Farmer, I mean, it's not just that he's from money. His father is Lord Michael Farmer, Baron Farmer. He's a British businessman and politician known as Mr. Copper. Mr. Copper, for his success in the metals trading industry. He served as the treasurer of UK's Conservative Party and became a life peer in the House of Lords in 2014. So do you see, it all goes back to, much of it back to the same problem that we revolted against the crown. I mean, that's what she serves. So I wonder how much time she actually spends here as opposed to London. I don't know. I tried to look that up. But anyway, the other thing that people should know, for those that remember Parler, and Parler was taken down by Amazon because, Amazon claimed that Parler was it was a social media platform. I was on it. I liked Parler, but it was taken down, they say, because of the January 6th, the riots. Yeah, so there wasn't riots on January 6th. There was a whole lot of FBI playing games, and well, if you know, you know. I'm not going down into that story. If you know, you know. So anyway, they took it down, but then Kanye was going to buy it. Yeah, it says here, but I guess he didn't. But her husband became the CEO of Parler, and it was so interesting to see how Kanye wanted to buy it. And I thought, it's sort of like Diddy in a way. You know, Diddy is an investor into X. Yeah, nobody ever wants to mention that, but he is. So George Farmer played a pivotal role as CEO of Parler during its negotiations for acquisition by Kanye West in October 2022. Farmer publicly supported the deal, emphasizing Kanye's potential to expand Parler's brand and promote free speech. Yeah, sure. But it didn't end up happening. But he did step down as CEO of Parler in 2023. But George Farmer became the CEO of Parler and its parent company, Parliament Technologies. Mm-hmm. So he's not anymore, but he did. So do you see how it all ties to the same? It's the same ugly problem, and what'll be at the root of that ugly problem, and the reason these people will have so many followers is because they'll start questioning, Israel, and they'll start out slow. I mean, now she's gone off into total, demon type rants about it, to where and yet she claims she's Christian, so she's making a total fool of herself. Because, and I think it's obvious that God hardens their heart, especially hers, because that ugliness is so strong in her, and you're going to see it come out worse and worse, because ultimately she's not about conservative values. She's not a Christian. She's about hating the Jews. Yeah, the Bible tells of this, which is why people need to realize how true the Bible is, okay? I mean, this is what happens. So God blinds them and hardens their heart and then lets them go and pretty much make fools out of themselves. Yeah. So, and now she's started to turn on Trump, and that's what they'll do, because, Just like, now that's what their issue is with RFK Jr. is he supports Israel. You can't, if you are going to be, if this is the Christian that Candace thinks that she is the type that if you're going to support Israel at all, then you're not Christian. Well, she's a demon.